Hey guys, so today I'll be making a video on the best Injustice teams out there. I did make a video before this one on best Injustice teams, but I didn't include the characters from the 2.7 or the 2.8 updates. So, let's get to it. One of the new characters that we got in the update was Apocalypse Darkseid, and Apocalypse Darkseid is a very strong and reliable character. His passive is that whenever he uses his combo enter, he can launch one of 3 random effects, which include Cursed, Bleed, or Life Drain. Now, this team focuses on the bleed effect. Since Darkseid launches a bleed, the opponent is bleeding into damage over time. And the team that I think that would work well with this would be Apocalypse Darkseid himself, Batman Returns Catwoman, and Mortal Kombat X Scorpion. Reason being, Batman Returns Catwoman and Mortal Kombat X Scorpion are specialists in damage over time. Batman Returns Catwoman's first special, Cat Claws, inflict bleeding over time. With Mortal Kombat Scorpion X, his Flip Kick and his Doom Slice both have damage over time effects, so that would really hinder the opposing team. Apocalypse Darkseid, with this team, you can equip him with gear to make him even more effective. You can equip him with the LexCorp set, so along with the bleed, he'll also be doing damage over time, just as default from the LexCorp set. He'll be doing 1.5 base damage applied every second to the enemy, so that would make it a very strong bleed damage over time. Alternatively, you could give him the Ivy Stick, which also applies bleed over time, and give him the Gauntlets of Azrael, because his combo ender does 15% of base damage stat, and that could really heal him a lot. Coupled with a life drain could mean a really high heal. You could give him these gears, and basically, well, another thing you can do is you can also give him the League of Assassins gear, because he has a pretty strong special one, and that special one, if he launches off with his cursed effect, will mean that his special one automatically goes critical, and that will mean that his special one not only damages the opposition, but also will damage the opponent's team as well. That's something you should definitely check out. Another team that you can try using involves Apocalypse Darkseid, Hawkgirl, and Lucador Bane. There's a different logic behind this team. Let me for the characters. So you'd use Apocalypse Darkseid, Hawkgirl Prime, and Lucador Bane. Now the logic behind this team is that revolves around Darkseid's second ability when he launches his combo ender, and that is Cursed. When Apocalypse Darkseid gets out Cursed from his combo ender, any attacks from him or his teammates will automatically be critical. That means you can set yourself up for a big play. What the logic behind this team is that Lucador Bane's relies on Lucador Bane's passive. Lucador Bane's passive is that whenever he tags in, he has a chance to stun his opponent and receive a 25% boost to all damage for 4 seconds. So what you can do is give Lucador Bane gears that boost his first special. Keeping in mind, the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you get cursed off of Darkseid. Then you tag in Hawkgirl to make sure the enemy is snared. And then you tag in Lucador Bane, so the enemy is still snared, but then you give Lucador Bane the Ivy Stick, Cloak of Destiny, and something that boosts his Special 1 or Special 2. If you plan on using Lucador Bane's Special 1, give him the Hyperspeed Plated Suit, or the League of Assassins, well, you can give him the League of Assassins knives, or you can give him a Diamond Tip Claws if you plan to make sure that his Special 2, if you plan on using a Special 2, because the Ivy Stick will boost his Special 2 by 30%. And Special 1 by 30%. Goal of Destiny will increase his damage output whenever an opponent is stunned by 200%, and will also give him a higher chance of stunning the opponent when he tags in. That means one special receives nearly 250% boost. On top of all that, you have that attack being critical. So a critical hit against a stunned enemy who's not blocking it and that has a 225% boost can be a massive game changer for you. It can be a huge massive damage from that blow. Another team that you can try using is Apocalypse Darkseid. Once again, Hawkgirl, and you can use Scorpion. Remember, Scorpion's specials do have damage over time effects, but his damage over time from his specials are very big. So his Flip Kick and Doom Slice, they inflict huge damage over time. So what you can do is keep using give Dark Apocalypse the LexCorp suit, keep tagging in Hawkgirl, and then tag her out, tag back in Scorpion, and use Scorpion's first or second special, tag Apocalypse Darkseid back in, or Hawkgirl. So the enemy will be snared, and it'll be and have a huge damage over time. The enemy won't be able to tag out, and since they're not able to tag out, Hawkgirl can really disrupt the opposition strategy. Another great team that you can use involves Apocalypse Darkseid, Batman, and Arkham Origins Deathstroke. Again, this is logic similar to the Luchador Bane logic. The logic behind this team is that you get Apocalypse Darkseid's cursed effect. Once you got his cursed effect, what you do is you make sure that you have Arkham Origins Deathstroke powered up to 2 bars. So you can use his second special, which will automatically and as we all know, Arkham Origins Deathstroke's second special is really, really strong. One of the strongest second specials in the game. And he would get a 25% bonus from Batman. And Batman Prime himself had a pretty strong second special. Way of the Bat isn't too bad at all. Another team that you could potentially use the Apocalypse Darkseid, it still involves Apocalypse Darkseid Batman, but this time, instead of Arkham Origins Deathstroke, you use another character, and that character is the Arkham Knight. Keeping in mind that Arkham Knight has one of the strongest basic attacks in the game. His basic attacks can literally cut an opponent's health in half, and his swipe combo in particular is really effective. So what you can do is get Apocalypse Darkseid's cursed effect. Then what you do is that you give the Arkham Knight gears that boost his basic attack. So for example, you give him the powered Iskrima sticks and the Promethean longsword, along with his own custom pistols. So that means the basic attacks will be really strong. On top of all that, you have cursed from Darkseid to make his basic attacks and critical attacks even stronger. So with that strategy, you can really use the Arkham Knight to his full advantage and capitalize on his powerful basic attacks. Now, another character that we got in the updates was Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. Arkham Knight Harley Quinn continues her role of still being a sidekick. So we have Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. A good team that you could use with Arkham Knight Harley Quinn is Arkham Joker and the Killing Joke, the Joker. So the logic behind this team is full power. Now, Arkham Knight Harley's passive is that if the Joker gets knocked out, she gains full power. So what you do is, well, the Killing Joke when he's knocked out will by default give both the characters on his team full power. But even when Arkham Joker is knocked out, he'll give Arkham Knight Harley Quinn full power. And this could make for a very strong team, since both Jokers already have a high damage stat, and they could really hinder the opposing team. Both Jokers have a strong swipe combo. Very strong swipe combo, actually. And their swipe combos used in conjunction with Arkham Knight Harley Quinn's healing effect, and the fact that she gains full power when any of the Jokers are knocked out, means you can continuously have characters who are at full power one after the other. So that's just a basic team. And keeping in mind that Arkham Knight Harley Quinn has the third highest stat in terms of damage for all female characters. Keeping this in mind, she also has a 3-hit combo engine, making her ideal for Racial Goals, Skimtar, and the Gauntlets of Azrael. So that's something to keep in mind. Other than that, there's not much teams that you can play out with Arkham Knight Harley Quinn. However, she will be strong when Antimatter Sinestro comes out. She'll be amazing when Antimatter Sinestro comes out, because then you can capitalize on her on the first part of her passive, which is she can perform a surprise attack when the enemy tags in. And Antimatter Sinestro, as if you've seen my other videos, has his passive is that he forces the opponent to tag out. So that's something that you can exploit when Antimatter Sinestro comes out. Another character that was released and is an amazing character is Blackest Night Martian Manhunter. Blackest Night Martian Manhunter is one of the best characters released up in the game. So he's ideal with 4th World Gear, and he has a double hit combo engine, making him ideal for Ragil Skimtar and Gauntlets of Azrael. So keeping in mind, a good team that you can use with Blackest Night Martian Manhunter is Justice League Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 600. What you can do is you give you use these two characters, and the thing is that Justice League Wonder Woman's passive is that she gives a bar of power whenever she receives, or she gives power whenever she uses one of her special moves. Wonder Woman 600 just backs up Justice League Wonder Woman. She boosts the power generation and the damage of Justice League Wonder Woman. And since Martian Manhunter has 3 special effects, he goes through 3 different offensive buffs, which include Life Drain, increased power generation, and increased defense. Life Drain, as you know, can heal the entire team according to the damage output that he does. So using his second special or third special can really give your team a high boost, really heal your team a lot. Martian Manhunter is also a great staller because of his defensive buff cuts all enemy damage down by 50%. And when he blocks, that can lead to an even greater defense reduction. And if you have blocking gear, can totally lead to awesome defense reduction. So, keeping that in mind, you spam Justice League Wonder Woman's specials. Then with that, you can spam Martian Manhunter specials, heal your team, and there'll be a continuous cycle, which you can exploit. Another great team that with Blackest Night Martian Manhunter that you can use is Killer Frost Prime and Killer Frost Regime. This is effectively a strategy disruptor team because this team is designed to disrupt strategy. The Killer Frost Prime cuts down enemies' power generation by 50%. Regime Killer Frost cuts down all healing effects by 50%. They both have a first special, which is called Cold as Ice, and that slows the opponent down. With that, you give Martian Manhunter the fourth world set, which means he'll constantly be healing himself. When you do that, that makes your team pretty formidable, because with both Killer Frost active, your opponent's strategy is hindered. Your opponent's strategy is disrupted. Now, they can't rely on their healing effects, they can't rely on their power generation as much. You have Martian Manhunter, who is a great staller, so you fight with both Killer Frosts, and when they're low on health, you tag them out, and keep in mind, while both these Killer Frosts are fighting, Martian Manhunter will be gaining power since he's tagged out, and when you tag him back in, use his second special or his third special when he's on life drain, and both Killer Frosts will have a very high their health will be healed a lot. So basically, you can continue doing this until you win. Other great team that you can use is Blackest Night, Martian Manhunter, Crypto Lex Luthor, and Animator Harley. And again, the logic behind this team is that Crypto Lex Luthor gives a 30% health boost to your entire team. And Harley Quinn, animated version of her, she gives 20% power generation and 20% damage boost to your entire team. That makes this team super effective. Because you have a power drainer on your team, as Lex Luthor the power drainer. Martian Manhunter receives bonus boosts in all three areas. He receives bonus boosts in his damage output, in his health, and his power generation. So, you have two healers on your team. Instead of having one healer, you have two healers. Blackest Night Martian Manhunter can heal the team. Animator Harley Quinn can heal the team. Animator Harley Quinn can also give your team a damage boost when necessary, and has a block breaking second special. Keeping this in mind, this team can work effectively if you can use it properly. You can continue to make sure your opponent's not banking on power, because you can use Crypto Lex Luthor's power drain techniques to continuously wipe your opponent clean. Like I say, Martian Manhunter, as you can see, he already has a high health stat when he's fully maxed out, and giving him an additional 30% boost makes him an even stronger character. So, try that team out if you guys would like to. Another team that you can try is Blackest Martian Manhunter, Apocalypse, Darkseid, and Shazam. Now, the logic behind this team is that Blackest Night Martian Manhunter is a great staller, and becomes an even better staller when you give him the fourth world year set. So, what you can do is, and you know that he heals the team. What you can do is fight with Apocalypse, Darkseid, and Shazam. You keep fighting with those two characters until they either get low on health or you feel as if you should tag in Martian Manhunter. When Martian Manhunter is tagged in, just heal the team and then continue fighting with these two. The reason being, Apocalypse, Darkseid, and Shazam have very high health stats. Since they have high health stats, you can make sure that they drag a fight out long, and then you can fight with Shazam long enough to use his super move, which is called the Power of Shazam, then spam Roaring Strike to knock an opponent out. Same thing can apply with Darkseid. Use Apocalypse, Darkseid's I am many things to destroy the opponent. So, and when these two characters run out of health, use Blackest Night Martian Manhunter to heal them, and when they are healed, they'll be back, because these two characters, since they have a high health stat, since Apocalypse, Darkseid, and Shazam have a high health stat, they can continue fighting and really dampen the opponent's strategy. Another great team with Blackest Night Martian Manhunter is Nightwing and Martian Manhunter himself. The logic behind this team is that Nightwing's a power drainer, and he's a very good power drainer. Equipped with Ratio Ghost Skimtar, Nightwing becomes a very effective power drainer. On top of all that, you have Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter himself does one of three effects to his opponent, which is power drain, stun, or mental damage over time. And these coupled with the Blackest Night Martian Manhunter, these three characters are great strategy disruptors, because not only can you power drain consistently, but you have a series of 6 random effects going your way, which includes mental damage over time, stun, power drain, defensive, increased defense, increased power generation, and life drain. So this team can really disrupt a team strategy. On top of all that, you can give Martian Manhunter his Martian Hunter Guard, which means block breaking basic attacks and block breaking random stuns. So, another team that you can use is, instead of Martian Manhunter, you include Static. Now, logic behind this team is that you not only have a power drainer, but you also have someone who's resistant to power drain. So you use someone who's resistant to power drain, a power drainer, and Martian Manhunter Blackest Night himself. Now this is another strategy disrupting team, because if your opponent's relying on power drainer, you just tag in Static. If they're reliant on making power, you tag in Nightwing. And if any of these characters go low on health, heal them with Martian Manhunter, and there you go. So as you guys can see, Blackest Night Martian is a very versatile character. Use him with many teams, and he's very effective. Another character that we got in the update was Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash is quite a good character, actually. He's pretty fast, and his passive is called Cellular Regeneration, which means that he can cleanse any or recover from any special attacks that are used, and it can happen 3 times per game. A good team with him actually involves a silver character. It involves using the silver version of the Flash, and it involves using Red Sun Deathstroke. Oops, let me move over. Where is Reverse Flash? Here he is, and we use Red Sun Deathstroke. As you guys can all see, here he is. Now, logic behind this team is the passive of the Flash from Regime is that he gives his teammates 50% speed boost. So his teammates are 15% faster, and Red Sun speed means all characters on Deathstroke's team gain 5% per character. So since that one Red Sun character, it'll be gaining an additional 20%. So Reverse Flash gets a 20% speed boost. Keeping in mind, Reverse Flash's basic attacks are already really fast. That means that Reverse Flash is going to fight pretty fast. On top of all that, you use his first special, Lightning Kick, to make sure that his speed damage is very high. Lightning Kick will increase his speed even more. Using this attack 3 times means Reverse Flash is going to be very fast. On top of all that, you can equip the Reverse Flash with the gears that make him faster. You can give him the hyperspeed plated suit for block breaking basic attacks. You can give him something to boost his basic attack even more. You can give him powered air scrim sticks, or Promethean longsword, or Blade of the War God, and you can give him a Kryptonian battlesuit to make sure that he heals. So that means you have a Reverse Flash who's not only able to recover from special attacks, but he's also able to heal himself and has a very fast fighting speed. Another team that you can try using involves Batgirl and animated Harley. The logic behind this team is similar to the logic behind the other Harley Quinn team, is that Harley Quinn continues her role as acting as a sidekick, giving 20% power generation and 20% health boost. But this time you have Batgirl, and instead of giving him the 3 gears that I mentioned for Reverse Flash, you give him different gears. This time you give him Racial Skimtar. Reason being, you give him Racial Skimtar because Batgirl already gives your team 1 bar of power at the beginning. Getting a Racial Skimtar means Reverse Flash is going to have 2 bars of power at the beginning of the fight. That means that he can instantly increase his speed a lot more than his opponents right away in the game. That means you can use his first special twice, or use his second special, but you can use his first special twice, Lightning Kick twice, and boom, his speed will be amazing, and you'll have an advantage right away at the beginning of the game. And even if your opponent is using Arkham Origins Batman, Reverse Flash will simply reverse that by recovering from it. Another character that we got in the update was Dawn of Justice Superman. Dawn of Justice Superman, when he's fully maxed out, has great stats. One of the best stats in the game, actually. Dawn of Justice Superman, what you can do is team him up with Animated Harley and Justice League Wonder Woman. Since Dawn of Justice Superman's passive revolves around him using his special or super, you can use Shattering Blow. So involves using his either his Hero of Metropolis or using his Flying Punch. What you can do is the simple logic behind this team is Harley Quinn continues her role being a support character. Justice League Wonder Woman, you spam Justice League Wonder Woman specials, and when you spam her specials, Superman Dawn of Justice gains power. And what that means is when Dawn of Justice Superman has a higher chance of he has a higher chance of getting off his passive Shattering Blow to disable the enemy specials, because Justice League Wonder Woman will also give power to Dawn of Justice Superman and when she uses her specials. Alternatively, you can replace Animated Harley with Batman Prime, because Batman Prime, as we all know, gives a 25% bonus boost, and since Dawn of Justice Superman already has a high damage stat, Batman Prime will make Superman from Dawn of Justice even stronger, leading to a very strong team. Another character that was released actually was the Arkham Knight. Now, the Arkham Knight has a 3-hit combo ender. That means it's ideal for Residual Skimtar and for Gauntlets of Azrael. So, definitely use Arkham Knight with those gears. He also has really strong basic attacks. So, what you can do is equip Arkham Knight with with Red Sun Superman and Red Sun Wonder Woman. Now, Red Sun Wonder Woman will give the entire team power generation for every Red Sun character on the team. Because you have 2 Red Sun on your team, she'll give all characters 30% power generation. Now you have 30% power generation, and you have Red Sun Superman's Red Sun Strength, which means 25% for all teammates for each Red Sun on his team. So Arkham Knight has a 50% boost to his basic attacks. That means if you give the Arkham Knight gear that boosts his basic attacks, like Promethean Longsword, Custom Pistols, and the powered Earth Screamer Sticks, that means his basic attacks will be amazingly powerful. They'll be really powerful. They'll get a critical boost, boost from all the gears, and a 50% boost from Arkham Knight. They'll get 50% boost from Resident Superman. That'll make Arkham Knight's basic attacks insanely strong. You can also use the Arkham Knight, Resident Superman, and instead of Resident Wonder Woman, you can use Batman Prime. Batman Prime, as we all know, continues to be a great character because he gives 25% boost as a damage boost to the entire team. That means Arkham Knight has a 25% boost to his basic attacks and his special attack and super attack. Makes him very strong for this team and can make this team a very strong team. Now, another character that was released in the update was Justice League Wonder Woman, and Justice League Wonder Woman was very, very strong. She was a very strong character, has a really quick second special, so it makes it hard to block her second special. So, what you can do is, a standard team is Justice League Wonder Woman 600, and Animator Harley Quinn. Combined, Wonder Woman 600 and Animator Harley Quinn give a 50% power generation increase and a 50% damage boost. Justice League Wonder Woman already has one of the highest damage stats in the game. She does get surpassed by a few characters, but Justice League Wonder Woman's damage stat overall is incredibly high. So what you do is she gets another 50% boost to her damage. So when Justice League Wonder Woman is fully maxed out, her damage stat reaches around 50k. Now, a 50% boost to her damage makes her damage stat 75k. That makes her damage absolutely insane, very strong damage. On top of all that, she gives Wonder Woman 600 power every time she uses her first special. Keeping in mind that Wonder Woman 600 herself gets 50% power generation. So, when Justice League Wonder Woman is fighting, Wonder Woman 600 herself will be gaining power. On top of all that, Justice League Wonder Woman will be gaining power quickly as well. And on top of all that, Justice League Wonder Woman will give power to Wonder Woman 600 every time she uses her special. So you can do a constant barrage of shield tosses until you win. Another team that you can use is Wonder Woman 600, Justice League Wonder Woman, and Raven. Similar logic, 30% boost to all female characters on the team, and Raven, as you know, is one of the best characters in the game. I did make a video on teams that you can use with her. Guys should check that out. Raven, her passive is that whenever she reaches 20% health, she swaps off with her opponent. And you know that when you have a strong character like Justice League Wonder Woman on your team, that could lead to instant knockouts. And can essentially turn any fight from a 3-on-3 to a 3-on-1 fight. Amazing character. You can also replace Raven with a Killer Frost to dampen the opponent's power generation. Your power generation and your damage gets boost Wonder Woman 600. And then when you dampen your opponent's power generation with Killer Frost, you already set them back, making your team quite strong. At the same time, you can give instead of Killer Frost, you can give Batman a little, because Batman, as you know, 25% damage boost, very, very good for the entire team. Can make Justice League Wonder Woman's damage very, very strong. But it's better to go with Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn also adds power generation, and she can heal the team. Batman just gives an extra 5% more damage, and with Harley Quinn giving healing, damage boosts within the game, and power generation, it's better to go with Harley Quinn for sure. But you can test this team out if you prefer playing with Batman. You can also use Wonder Woman 600, Justice League Wonder Woman, and you can use Red Sun Superman to make Wonder Woman's Justice League Wonder Woman's basic attack stronger. When you make her basic attack stronger, and since she already has a high basic attack damage, it'll make your basic attacks very strong and can really damage the opponent's strategy. You can also use Justice League Wonder Woman 600, and Man of Steel Superman. This is a different. This is actually more of a fun team to try out. It's actually a very fun team. Because Man of Steel Superman is that whenever he uses his flying blows, whenever he uses his special, he has a 30% chance of using no power, allowing it to be used again instantly. So, what you do is that you use Justice League Wonder Woman specials to give Man of Steel Superman power, and then what you do is that his super punches, you'd be constantly using his first or second special, and they might have a chance of using no power, and that'd be really fun to try out. It'd be a really fun team to play because you quickly gain power with Justice League Wonder Woman because of Wonder Woman 600's passive, or you can give Justice League Wonder Woman gears, and then you can use Man of Steel Superman when he's tagged out. You can tag Man of Steel Superman in instantly and use his first or second special to try and constantly use them. But yeah, that's a really fun team to try out. You guys should definitely try it. It's a really fun team actually. Fun team to play with. Not competitive, just fun to have a good time. That's it, guys. That was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.